let's talk relationships a little bit, right?
Right.
How's marriage?
Marriage is cool.
Hmm.
You know, it's I think what's really interesting about
Hey,
it.
keep talking. Just give me 1 second. I'm listening.
Okay, no problem. I think what's really interesting about it is that you know, I think to a certain extent, you know, people I think people over glamorize it or over romanticize it a bit.
Hmm.
Um, because I think people get confused between the wedding day and the and married life. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like the wedding day is very like glamorous and you're king and queen for a day and you got all your family and friends surrounding you and everything is perfect and it's beautiful and like people are taking pictures and you know what I'm saying and all that stuff looks really really glamorous. You know what I'm saying? It
Hmm.
looks great, real glossy and everything. You know what I mean? But married life is different from that. And not saying it's not beautiful, but it's not the fairy tale that people try to tell you that it is. Like literally, people say, well, you find the right one, you fall in love, and then it's happily ever after. It's like, no, there's work to be done. Like after you get past the wedding, that's when the actual work begins. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, you're moving on to another chapter in your life that you know that's going to require you to work with this person in order to achieve the desired result. You know what I mean? Which
Hmm.
is you know having a long lasting, meaningful marriage, and you know and being able to love each other until you know death do you part.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not this quick, easy thing that people think it is. Like people, you know, people think that you just fall in love and you meet the right person and it's like you're Prince Charming and that's that's your princess and you just it's happily ever after and it's like nah, you're missing the part. Like you're skipping steps. You know what I'm
Right.
like, you
Right.
know, like there's work to be done. Like this, you know, it's a labor of love, but it's labor nonetheless. Like you really have to work at it. It doesn't there really is no one blueprint. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
It's
Like
like
there's
it's your marriage.
exactly. And I think what a lot of people do is a lot of people like especially like if you go on social media, right, and you see like you used to see like Will and Jada and people used
Hmm.
to say goals, relationship goals. You know what I'm saying? And
That
then
shit ended quick.
yeah, and then you know the entanglements happened, and everybody was like, wait, what? Wait, no,
Not
wait,
relationship
no,
goals.
no, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And
Uh,
even when you look at Steph Curry and Aisha Curry, everybody said,
mhm,
oh well, that's who we should be following. That's the goal. And then
mhm.
it came out recently that they have an open marriage, and everybody was like, "Wait a minute, no, what?"
Hold
But
fast. Hold fast.
huh?
Hold fast.
Mm-hmm.
That's you breaking news to me. I didn't know
Oh,
that.
okay. Yeah, yeah. They've got an open marriage. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. So
okay.
so again, so what I'm so what I try to tell you look shocked, bro.
I'm, I'm shocked, right? I'm shocked, and I'm just like, well, damn. And the reason, because like, I don't personally care what those people do, right?
Right, right,
I'm
right.
just so shocked exactly because of what you're saying, though. You're like, a lot of people idolize these people, and they like, that's what that's what we want from our relationship. But then you find out,
Yeah,
and it's like, wow. So like, hey, you broke
exactly.
news to me.
Yeah, I mean, and so I tell people all the time that what works for you or what works for you and your spouse. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's really all that matters. If it you know what I'm saying? Like people try to and it's because we're trying to solve marriage, right? We're trying
Hmm.
to solve it. You know what I mean? We're trying to figure out if there's one set formula that we can use that will allow us to have successful marriages because especially
Right.
in our community, our divorce rate is three times higher than than other communities, right? But
Hmm.
but the thing of it is that there isn't one. There isn't a set formula. There isn't a blueprint that comes with this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you have, and it really does require some on the job training. Like it really does require you to have that period of trial and error. You know what I'm saying? You make mistakes, you figure it out, you come back together, you work on a resolution. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. You come back to it, you're like, okay, and it requires a lot of communication. It requires a lot of thought. It requires, a lot of patience. You know what I'm saying? Like when they say like love is patient, love is kind, all that. Yeah. And marriage will test it. Marriage will test it. You know what I mean? And so, and the other thing that I'll tell you about marriage is this is the one thing that I notice about people, and this goes for men and women, by the way, is that a lot of people don't realize that husband and wife are not just titles, but they're also tasks. And what happens is a lot of people take the title more seriously than they take the task.
Right.
And so people want the title, but don't want the task that comes along with it. You know what I mean? Because that entails responsibility. You know what I'm saying? That entails, accountability. That, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that's tough. That's tough. Like if you've been single for a long time and you didn't have anybody to answer to, and now you're with this person and now you got to answer to them, and you got to, and any move you make, you have to, you got to consider them, you know what I'm saying? Not just consider yourself. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's deep. You know what I'm saying? Like it changes a lot of those things. A lot of previous thought processes and instincts and urges and whatnot. It changes all of that. And you and it's really, it's hard. It's not as easy as people think. It's not as easy as people think. And I'll tell you that, you can do your best and sometimes it still won't work out. You know what I mean? And I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand it. Like it's, you work as hard as you can, and sometimes it doesn't work. That's why I don't necessarily subscribe to the term like failed marriage. I don't consider that. I think that there are marriages that don't work out. But I don't think you can fail at something if you've learned from it. Like if you've learned lessons from it, if you've, if it made you wiser, if it made you better, if it made you stronger, I don't think you can say, well, it was a failed marriage. You can say it wasn't successful, but I don't think that failure is a matter of not succeeding. I think failure is a matter of not trying.